Oi. We're back. 2 games tonight. We've just finished the game between Egypt and Benin. Benin falling short, unfortunately, tried to fight hard, but the Egyptians, they kept coming. They kept pushing. They got themselves a 3-1 victory over the Cheetahs of Benin. And they find themselves in the quarterfinals of the African Cup of Nations, waiting a winner between Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso, which will take place tomorrow in the evening game. But tonight, we have one more game, continuing with Nigeria, the Super Eagles, taking on Mozambique, who have qualified for the last 16 of African Cup of Nations for the first time in their history. Tonight, they face a tall task to take down the Super Eagles, who won 3 out of 3 games in the group stages. We've been in this position before. Let's take our minds back. 2021, 2022, Afcon was when it was played. 3 wins out of 3 for Nigeria, storming through to the knockout stages and lose to a Tunisia side who were battle hardened to do what they need to do. Boy, it's going to be interesting. Big up to man like Hano in the building. Man said Mozambique all the way. This is hilarious. Because Hano, yesterday, Bafana, they went home. And the Nigerians have been laughing. You want to laugh tonight? Let's see. Mozambique played well in this tournament from what I've seen of them. When they got their first win against Gabon, they played beautiful football. We're going to go into the lineups real quick. Should be very, very interesting. Big up to everybody who's watching right now. Wherever you're watching right now, make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribe button as well if you're new on YouTube. And if you're on X, we're streaming live on X as well. Make sure you like that video, retweet it, retweet the broadcast all to your followers. Make sure you follow our account on Pros Only Sports and also on Instagram and TikTok as well. I'm going to get into these lineups real quick. Give me a second, people. Give me a second, because having to catch my breath after that game between Egypt and Benin. I knew it was going to be a good one. It was very entertaining. Big up to everybody who came through for that. We're going to be here doing this game very, very soon. But let me get to these lineups real quick. Yes. Let's go. Lineups. Let me just do a little zoom in. And I'm going to share my screen so we get those lineups real quick. All right, so for Nigeria, Nwabali comes back into goal after they made a few changes, I think 7 or 8 in the game against Uganda, their final group game. They got a back 4 of Osei Samuel, Ajayi, Bassi, and Onyemechi. Then in midfield, you have Onyeka, who had a good game in the game against Uganda, Ndidi and Iwobi. Then you have Lookman in the 10. Then you have Osimhen up front with Akor Adams of Sevilla. Now for Mozambique, they made a lot of changes in their final group game against Cameroon. And so now they go back to the team that has served them well throughout this tournament. You have Suliane in goal, a back 4 of Kalila, Mexer, Reynaldo, and Bruno Langa. Then you have Guima and Alphonse Amade as the 2 sitting in midfield. Then in front of them, you have Geni Katamo, Witty, and then Polembe, the 42-year-old, starting as the 10 in this team. And then you have Faisal Bangal up front. Strong team. This is the same team that they played against Gabon, and they came through as 3-1 winners in that game. Can they cause a shock tonight against the Super Eagles of Nigeria, who are super confident and are seeing themselves already as finalists amongst their supporting team, amongst their supporters in Morocco right now? Let's see if they can do it. Big up to everybody who's here. Yesterday, what happened yesterday? You've forgotten already? Boy, it was a hard-fought game. Hard-fought game. I actually think that you guys were unlucky because you did dominate for a long period of the game, South Africa, but you just were unable to find that final pass into Lau Foster. You know, I think Mofokeng was brilliant yesterday. I can't believe the manager took him off, Hugo Bruce. Mokwena was great yesterday. And I don't know, something was missing in terms of that fight, like cutting edge. I think that's something I've seen from South Africa this tournament. Cutting edge, just lacking it somewhere. I don't know why. Like, I thought you started the tournament off well against Angola, but after that, obviously the Egypt game, you were unlucky there as well. You should have probably gotten a penalty. I'll say that. You should have probably gotten a penalty. You didn't get it. It is what it is. You move on to the next one. But yeah, you were lacking a little bit of cutting edge yesterday, and unfortunately, out of the tournament. Last Afcon was goated. Yeah, because you came third. Man said this Afcon has made no energy at the stadiums. I mean, it's quite difficult, I guess. This Afcon, it's not really too full up in all the stadiums. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's tough. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Um, um, Adams, interesting. Yeah, he's starting up front. He's actually started well for Nigeria. Geni Katamo, yeah, he's a player. He is a player. He is a player. That game just showed Afcon heritage. That cutting edge mentality has been missing all tournament. Bruce has been underwhelming. Yeah, man. I think I think it's been very tight. A lot of tight games. We had some explosions here and there with some goals, some good goals and stuff like that. But I think overall the quality's been really good. From my perspective, we've had some good high quality games. I think in the tournament so far. Yesterday was a high quality game between you guys and the weaker team that everyone will be pointing to, or will Mozambique frustrate, make it difficult? It's interesting to see that Kalila is back in the starting lineup. He went off injured in the game, holding his hamstring a little bit in the game against Cameroon, but he's come in. He's come in back into the side. They're unchanged from the team that beat Gabon, and it's going to be interesting to see how they go because they were brilliant in that game. So we'll see what kind of threat they will offer to Nigeria. Yeah, I think a lot of the top teams have seen the shocks over the last couple of Afcons, and they were like, "We're not going to slip up here." But I think it's good because I mean it will mean that the games are going to be a lot closer. Even the smaller teams are going to be fighting more to try and do what they need to do. I mean, I can't wait for the next year's Afcon in Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya, and I'll be there. I will be there. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be the last time that I'll be covering the tournament in this manner. No more live streaming. A lot more content behind the scenes with CAF. Fully, I need to do some research about how do I get into to doing some work with CAF. Um, Interviews with players at camps, um, and then being at the stadium, live at the stadium, doing some commentary, not commentary, but maybe some analysis, halftime, full time. Do you know what I'm saying? And then a bit of reaction with fans and stuff like that. So that type of stuff is going to be happening as we get into things next year. But as for right now, this is the last of it. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the last of it. You said that you needed it to start in December. Well, it's happening in June next year. So should be interesting to see what happens. And then we have another AFCON in 28. So it's actually three AFCONs in a row for 3 years. So um, we have another one in 28. I don't know where it's going to take place. They're saying Angola, could be Senegal, could be Morocco again, ahead of their 2030 World Cup they're sharing with Spain and Portugal. Could be Ethiopia. They don't have any CAF approved stadiums. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm just here for it. I'm here for it all, man. I'm here for African football. So let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. I'm going to be there, man. I'm going to enjoy it. I can't wait. I cannot wait. But we're here, man. Kickoff is about to happen. Let me refresh my feed just in case they've already kicked off. Nope, they haven't. So we are good. Let's see, man. Let's see. Big up to everybody who's watching right now. We're in for a good one. We're in for a good one. Man said anywhere but Morocco. Yeah, I don't think they need because they had the women's African Cup of Nations last year, and they're gonna have it again this year in March. So it's going there too much. They need to give it out to other nations. So it should be interesting. I think it would be nice to Senegal would be nice. That would be a nice one to go to in 28. Maybe Angola. I'd go Angola too. As well. Ethiopia, I'd do it too. I'd love to go there too. So it's like pick somewhere nice, man. Let me go. Like I'll enjoy that one in 28. But for 27, we're there. Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. I can't wait. Come on, ref. Are you ready? Let's see. We're delayed. We're delaying in kickoff time. Players are warming up with match balls on the pitch because we have a delay in the kickoff time. I have no idea why. The rain is falling down in the stadium. One of the nets in the goal is being taped up. That tape is not holding that net together, bro, in this rain. What the hell are they doing? All right, so we'll begin. We will begin shortly. I can't believe that. Why are they using tape to secure the goal, man? Boy, here we go. Kick off. Here we go. Kicked off. Here's Guima forward. Here's Iwobi. Here's Lookman. Here's Onyeka. Osimhen. Here's Samuel. Here's Ndidi. Lookman. Ndidi again. Goes across to Bassi. Here's Shemi Ajayi. Here's Ajayi. Here's Samuel. Ndidi to Bassi. Here's Aqua Adams nearly giving the ball away to Palembe. Here's Iwobi. There's a bit of space for Asai Samuel now. Cross and is close to the keeper, Suliane, who claims ahead of Osimhen. Who do I have winning the whole tournament? I can't lie. I think it's going to be Congo. I think it will be Congo. Winner of this tie will face the winner of the tie tomorrow between Congo. Oh, no! Is it offside? It's offside. It's offside. It's going to go to VAR. It's going to go to VAR. As I mentioned, the winner of this tie will go. Yeah, he's off. He's off. Yeah. So it was offside. Here's Bangal. Here's Geni Katamo. Here's Guima. Here's Palembe now. Here's Witty. Gives away Guima. Here's Osimhen with Reynaldo battling with him, and it's gone out. I think Congo are going to win it though. I have a feeling they will. I want them to win it. Um, you think Morocco's going to scam their way to it? Well, it's going to be interesting because I mean, they actually will face the winner if they get through their quarterfinal. They'll face the winner of Mali and Senegal. So that should be interesting. The winner of this tie will face a winner between Algeria and Congo, which is the first game that I'll be covering tomorrow in the afternoon here in the UK. So we'll see how they go through that. I would love to see a quarterfinal between Nigeria and Congo, a rematch of their World Cup um, playoff final for Africa that happened only a few months ago in November. So we'll see. Here's Bruno Langa. Bit of space here for Witty. He's fouled there by Onyeka. It was Ndidi who was holding him actually. Here's Mexe for Mozambique is a ball over the top, but it's too much on it for Geni Katamo. Yeah, the Mali game was a tough one for Morocco. They found it difficult against Mali, um, who are a very physical side, who have some pacing behind. Um, and then yesterday, yeah, they could have had a penalty in the end, isn't it, against Tanzania? I remember um, there was a hand, I think, by Messina. Ooh, Mozambique nearly in behind to Faisal Bengal. There was a hand on one of the players, by Messina, which maybe should have been checked by VAR. The Tanzania bench were fuming, but unfortunately they were unable to get anything for VAR. And you're saying it's been rigged for a North African team. I think a lot of people were very happy to see Tunisia exit the tournament. Egypt were very close today, but they ran out 3-1 winners against Benin. Let's see what Algeria do tomorrow against Congo. I don't think Algeria have enough to beat Congo, in my opinion. So we'll see how they go. And Morocco are through, so they have to navigate a tie against Cameroon, which is going to be very interesting. I don't know if they can get past this Cameroonian side, who are very young and energetic. So we'll see what happens. He's on Yeka. Iwobi. Is Iwobi. And saved by Siliani. Egypt should have gotten a red card today. I think Congo, Algeria don't have that mentality. Yeah, I don't think they have it in them. I think they struggle with physicality, Algeria, and they're gonna find that physicality tomorrow. So I don't think they'll be able to handle that physicality that Congo will give them. And then Congo have a really great attack, strong defense. Going to be difficult to break them down too. So the corner comes in and it goes all the way through and behind for a goal kick to Mozambique. Early pressure, early pressure, early pressure by Nigeria. They're unable to capitalize here. Bruno Langa with the ball forward, but he gives it away. They just about keep it. Here's Faisal Bangal. Here's Kalila over to Geni Katamo. Good touch. Ooh, and it's a throw into Nigeria. If Burkina Faso had more attacking guys, they draw minimum. Yeah, trust. Um, they don't have a lot going forward. Burkina Faso, which is a shame because they have a really good team. I just feel like the attacking side of the game really lets them down. Nigeria hit upfield towards Osimhen. Guima. Here's Lookman now in space to run into, and just was too late with the pass. Here's Reynaldo. as Mozambique push forward. Witty's in front of him. That's great. Here's Guima. On your Mechi to take the throw. Here's Aqua Adams. And there's a handball by Alphonse Amade, I think. Yeah, I think it's Alphonse Amade with the handball there. Yeah, just off of Aqua Adams. Set piece for Nigeria here. Free kick. Just on the left. About 10, 12 yards outside of the box on the left hand side. Be able to swing it in for one of the Nigerians to get on the end of. Let's see. There's the cross. And I think it's Kalila with the header over. Nigeria just putting pressure on Mozambique through these first 10 minutes of the game. Lookman to take. Takes the corner. That's a good corner. And just headed away by Bruno Langa. Here's Bangal towards this Geni Katamo. They were trying to press, trying to break forward, and Osoy Samuel just tackling Geni Katamo there. Here's Faisal. Here's Witty. Oh, and he says it's a foul. Bruno Langa. Bruno Langa just angry with the decision there from the referee. Felt he won the ball against Onyeka, which I think he did. Here's Onyeka. Here's Bassi. Hey, Hano, send me their details, bro. I'll see what we can do. I'll see what we can do. We haven't got many games left, to be honest. After today's games, there's 2 more tomorrow. Then we've got 4 over across Friday and Saturday this week, and then that's basically it. Like you've got semi-finals, third place, and then the final. So it's 4 games left. So the tournament's basically done here, man. After this set of games here today, tomorrow. But yeah, here's Iwobi. But yeah, send me through any details you've got, man. I'll check it out. Here's Iwobi. Is Onyemechi into the boxes. Look, man, it's gonna take space to take a shot and blocked. is and the ball goes out for a corner from Osimhen's shot. Ronaldo just kind of getting his feet mixed up. It's going to be a corner to Nigeria again. A lot of pressure. A little bit of pressure. As a cross comes in. Oof. Onyeka thought he was going to have the ball to himself, but unfortunately cleared away by Mozambique. Thanks, bro. Leo. Um, both teams playing very good football. Yeah, I mean, I think Nigeria have really started the game well. As I said, a lot of pressure to begin the game. They'll say maybe they should have gotten a goal early to try and just kind of settle things down and open the game up for themselves. Whereas I think Mozambique have defended quite well. They're trying to push forward in the attack. We know what their game plan is going to be, just to sit back, soak up pressure, and get into the counter attack, and then get on the counter attack. Let's see how that develops across the game. Onyeka with the long throw, and it's a foul throw. Okay. It's it's a throw in. I don't know what Bruno Langa is doing here. It's a throw in. It's not a free kick. Here's Bruno Langa. Here's Witty. Here is Guima. Bruno Langa pushing forward. Gets fouled by Onyeka. I support United, bro. I support United. We're in the same boat. Both managers been sacked. Both managers been sacked. Well, one. Well, yeah, both of them been sacked. I don't think he walked. I don't think Maresca walked, or did he walk? I can't remember. His Akko Adams strong, but there's Ronaldo again, and here's Guima. Oh, nice from Guima. Here's Witty. Here's Jenny Katamo. It's an attack from Mozambique. What can they do here? Here's Jenny Katamo. Goes over to Palembe. Palembe with the ball and cleared away by Semi Ajayi. Kalila with the ball. There's Faisal. And it just kind of took a deflection and into the hand of Mobile. That was the first real attack there for Mozambique. And it broke down. But it was decent as a first attack. And here is Bassi. Semi Ajayi steps forward. Here's Osei Samuel. And he goes back to Mobali. Here's Ndidi. Here's Calvin Bassi. Here's Osimhen. Here's Bruno Langa. Gonna go wide towards Geni Katamo. It's a good touch. Ooh. That was good play from Bruno Langa towards Geni Katamo. Yeah, he's unlucky there, Katamo. Mozambique trying to get themselves back into or trying to get themselves into the game a bit more from an attacking perspective. It looks good, but they need to just be a bit more, I'd say, more decisive in their attacks, a bit more quality in their attacks, and maybe they can get in behind this Nigerian defense who have been strong so far throughout this tournament. But they can be got at. You saw that in the game, in their opening game against Tanzania. Easily could have been a 2-2 draw, but they was able to run away as 2-1 winners. So, and that's the game I think they've had the toughest assignment so far. Here's Onyemachi. Here's Ndidi. Onyeka. Ndidi. To Bassi. Just feints. Comes back inside. Here's Semi Ajayi. And Amade just takes the ball off of his foot. Here's Reynaldo. Gonna go forward towards Witty, but it goes out for a Nigeria throw-in. Nearly 20 minutes gone. And it's still 0-0. Here's Alex Iwobi. There's a ball in behind to Akko Adams. Here's Lookman. Goal! And Nigeria take the lead. Great ball by Alex Iwobi into Akko Adams, and he pulls it back center of the box, and boom! Lookman scores his goal, and that's another goal for Adamola Lookman. I'm proud of that guy, man. What a player. And look what he's able to do on his for his country on an international competition stage. Here in the last 16, and Nigeria take the lead. It is Adamola Lookman with the finish. 1-0 to Nigeria. And that really will open up the game here. But it will be great pass to find Akko Adams, and it was a great cutback into Lookman, and he finishes off with what horrible defending. Yeah, game done. Good game. Hey. Geni Katamo on the ground. Mozambique down by a goal to nil. First time in the knockout stages of the African Cup of Nations. They have to go down swinging. Here's Guima. Suliani. Amade. Out to Bruno Langa. Great play out of trouble there by Mozambique. They have something. They can play. They're not going to have enough here, though, I don't think, against this strong Nigerian team, just because of the talent disparity. The big teams have not been susceptible to, some of these smaller nations, getting something out of the game. So it looks as if Nigeria should continue on to do what they need to do. The work rate from Nigeria is crazy. Yeah, they have to do all the small things too. They've got a lot of great players across their squad. They're the strongest team, I think, on paper. But they haven't faced any real adversity just yet from one of the top teams. And that's what will happen in the quarterfinals onwards. They will face a top team, and that's when we actually get to see how good are they. We saw what that was like in the game against Congo. They may face them again in the quarterfinals if things go that way. That's when we will see the real test and see how strong this team actually is. But we'll see. We will see. Right now, they've got the lead on Yamachi with the foul on Geni Katama. The ball in behind. His fades out. Ooh. He's offside. Offside. Yeah, he was. Yeah, it's a bit lazy. It's close though. It's close. It's close. Osimhen battling with Bruno Langa on Yeka. Osai Samuel. Semi Ajayi. Here's Calvin Bassey. Here's Lookman now. He got Osimhen! And there it is. It's 2-0. Easy. And it's 2-0. Nigeria are definitely in charge right now in this game. Wow, Iwobi again with the pass into Lookman into space, and he crosses it across the box. And Osimhen gets his goal, and I think it's game over already in this game between these two sides. It's too easy for Nigeria. They are picking apart this Mozambique team. Oof. Oh, fair enough. Suliani just coming in front of Osimhen there. But it's 2-0. And Nigeria can do a lot in this game now. The game will open up now as Mozambique are trying to get back into the game. But it's already game over for me. Now it's really about how Nigeria manage this game. Mozambique haven't had a shot on goal yet, or a shot at all in the game. Here's Osai Samuel. There's so much space here. Osimhen, and it's wide from the cross from Osai Samuel. And Mozambique are drowning fast. They need to get a foothold back in the game. The goalkeeper Suliani's gone down, stretching, holding on to his knee, so we have a stoppage. And the coach is remonstrating with his players for Mozambique because some of the defending on the goals hasn't been great. And Nigeria players taking a drinks break right now just having discussions about how they can continue to keep this up. That's a great ball by Alex Iwobi with so much space in behind for Ademola Lookman. And yeah, he's onside there, Osimhen. So it's a really good finish by Osimhen just to tap it in to the net. And Nigeria taking the commanding lead in this game. Here come Mozambique. Here's Guima. Gives it away to Amadi. They give it away. Here's Calvin Bassey. Here's Calvin Bassey. Here's Iwobi. Here's Lookman. On your matchy with the ball into the box. It's high. Victor Osimhen. He tries to keep it as a cross. Reynaldo. But here comes Asai Samuel. Good tackle. Here's Onyeka. And it's a free kick to Nigeria. Osimhen is down, writhing in pain. Let's have a look here. What happened? Oof! Yeah, it was a knee to the ribs of Osimhen. It's a knee to the ribs. He's up now, Osimhen, but it was a painful one for him. Free kick to Nigeria. Lookman to take it. I don't know where Suliani is standing. It's too strong, and Bassi will keep it in. Here's Iwobi. Onyeka. Iwobi. Bassi tried to cross the ball in. Ndidi with the header. Oosh. They clear it away. Mozambique. Only just. They can't get out though. Here come Nigeria again. Here's Iwobi. Here's Ndidi. Here's Osai Samuel. Here's Iwobi. Into Lookman turns. Here's Akko Adams. Palmed away by Suliani. And over the bar by Ndidi. Suliani to take. the goal kick. They're gonna go long. They need to do something to get back into this game. I don't know what that will be though. Here, they go 2-0 down after 25 minutes, 24 minutes. Here's Bruno Langa, Pelembe, Alfonso Made. Here's Geni Katamo now. Needs some help there by Kalila. He's not going to get it. Alfonso Made gets clipped and fouled by Ndidi. It's a free kick to Mozambique. Here's a free kick. Katamo and the ball. That's a good chance. It's offside. Faisal Bangal could have got I don't know if he got a touch on it if he missed it. Yeah, I think he barely got a touch on it. Let's have a look from this angle. No, it came off shoulder. Nigeria restart. It's Ajay. It's Semi Ajay. Is it Iwobi. Here's Ndidi. And there's a foul on Akko Adams. It's a free kick to Nigeria. Free kick to Nigeria. 10 minutes to go till half time. Lookman leaves it to Onyomechi. Here's a Iwobi, and it's over the bar. Here's Guima. Here's Lookman. They nearly gave it away. Here's Bruno Langa. Comes inside, he gives the ball away. Osei Samuel went down. Is Ndidi. Oh, Ndidi fouled. Ndidi fouling, I think, Bruno Witty maybe. And it's a yellow card for Ndidi. Even though Osei Samuel will think that he deserved the free kick and a booking for, I think, Bruno Langa. Pelembe down. Okay, so a hand in the face by Ndidi on Palembe. It wasn't intentional, but they've booked him. So Ndidi's in the book. I'll say Samuel is up and he's okay after the crunching challenge from Bruno Langa. Here's Ronaldo. Here's Palembe into Faisal Bangal. What can they do? Can he keep hold of it? Here's Bruno Langa. He still keeps it and he gives it away. Here's Witty. Here's Aqua Adams with some space here. Is Onyeka and Didi. It's a long cross into the box towards Osimhen. His Witty goes long and it's a throw in to Nigeria. Approaching the last 5 minutes of this first half. Nigeria comfortable 2-0 winners so far. Goals from Lookman and Osimhen. Mozambique have struggled in this game to get a foothold. And obviously they would be because this Nigeria team are very strong from top to bottom. And they've performed like a team that are favoured in this match and in this tournament. Whereas Mozambique, I think, have adopted some tactics that you would expect of a smaller team. Yeesh. And it's a foul by Osimhen. I think free kick to Mozambique. Or maybe the foul was on Aqua Adams for the pull on Reynaldo. Here's Iwobi. Here's Lookman. Here's Osimhen. Here's Nyeka. Here's Calvin Bassey. Here's Semi Ajayi. Here's Osei Samuel. Bindidi. Oh, that's nice from Nigeria. They can't get it to go. Here's Guima. Gives it away. And Nigeria are just gonna settle again. Here's Iwobi. Oof. Here's Witty. Long ball towards Geni Katamo. That's a nice touch by Geni Katamo. Oh! Calvin Bassey was done there, but he recovered well. And here comes Calvin Bassey pushing forward now. Here's Iwobi. Takes over. Ball into Aqua Adams. Here's Lookman. Here's Onyeka. Calvin Bassey stayed forward. He's going to get a cross in now. Here's Iwobi crossed into the box and headed away by Ronaldo. Indeed, to Iwobi. Here's Onyeka. Here's Iwobi picking the ball up again. Trying to find his Guima. Here's Bruno Langa. Amade. Here's Mexe. Here's Kalila. Here's Katamo. Amade. Back to Suliani. There's Langa. Here's Alfonso Amade. They go wide towards Kalila. It's a bit of space here for Kalila. Geni Katamo. Gives away. Here's Iwobi now. Here's Akko Adams with a bit of space. He should have probably given the pass towards. Should have just given the pass to Lookman, but couldn't get the third goal. And he shoots wide past Suliani in the goal. It's close. It's close by Nigeria for a third before halftime, and that would have truly killed this game off. Ndidi with the interception there. 3 minutes of added time here. There's Guima to Bruno Langa. Pushing forward. It's a good tackle by Osei Samuel. Nyeka. Ndidi. He's on Nyeka. Bruno Langa towards Faisal Bangal. Gets fouled. Opportunity here for Mozambique to end this half. Try and get a ball into the box. There's a free kick here for Mozambique in his final few minutes. Couple minutes here in this first half. Geni Katamo to take it. Kalila. It's Katamo. Wabali is just out of no man's land. His Gima takes a strike and is blocked. And now Nigeria pressing forward. Here's Akko Adams. He's pushing forward. Lookman. Suliani's trying to find himself. Here's Akko Adams unable to do so. And here's Witty. Can he press forward? That was a chance for Nigeria. What happened here? What happened here? Both players are down. Guima and Onyeka. Let's have a look here. What happened? Man, what happened there, man? What the hell happened there? Guima went down. Onyeka also up on his feet. He's been booked. Onyeka. Victor Osimhen can't believe why. And I think it will be a drop ball, maybe? No, it's just a free kick to Nigeria. Sorry, to Mozambique. I mean, to be honest, this is the last kick anyway. Oh, there's a VAR check here, potentially. Okay, no VAR check. And Mozambique restart is Guima, is Kalila. Here's on Yeka, and it's half time here between these two teams. Nigeria taking a commanding lead. 2 goals to 0. Goals from Lukman and Victor Osimhen. And they look like they're marching on their way into the quarterfinals already through first half of football, potentially waiting the winner of Congo and Algeria, which takes place tomorrow afternoon. Big up to everybody who's watching right now here on Pros Only Sports. Make sure you're hitting that like button and subscribe button as well if you're new. If you're on X, follow the account Pros Only Sports, and then make sure you do the same on Instagram and on TikTok. I'll be back in 2 seconds, people. See you soon. Peace. Yes, people. It's half time here in the game between Nigeria and Mozambique. And it's going the way of the Nigerians. 2-0. Lookman and Osimhen with the 2 goals to give Nigeria the lead in the game. And they have 1 foot into the quarterfinals. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the second half. What can Mozambique do to come back into the game? They haven't offered anything going forward, really. They've been really starved of any attacking play. I think they're doing a good job of playing football the right way, if so to speak. They play out from the back. They try to go down the flanks. They're trying to get in behind Nigerian defense, but the quality is just not there. And there's obviously a huge talent disparity between themselves and Nigeria, who are star-studded and very stacked. So I don't know what they can really do to get back into this game in the second half. Who knows? This is their strongest team that's out there, their strongest 11 right now. So I don't know what else they can really do. They may have to be a bit more direct in the second half if they want to really trouble this Nigerian defense. Trying to play football with them as a smaller team when you don't have the same level of talent as they do is obviously not going to work. So being a bit more direct, going up to Faisal up top for Mozambique, trying to see if he can get some knockdowns to some of their more intricate players in Palembe, Witty, and Geni Katamo. Who knows what's going to happen from that perspective there. As for Nigeria, more of the same. They just have to continue in the same vein, and they will find themselves in the quarterfinals after these 45 minutes. Literally, that's all they need to do. I mean, it's been another good performance for Nigeria in this tournament, especially for Ademola Lookman. I think this is 5 goal contributions now, or 6 now, for him in the tournament so far. He always comes alive when he's playing in a Nigeria shirt. And so, yeah, man, like they don't have to do much else. They've been dominating this game from start to finish. They just need to just be professional, see the game out, and they will get through to the quarterfinals with no problem. But the one thing that I do mention is that throughout this tournament, they haven't had that tester just yet from a top side. They will get that opportunity once we get to the quarterfinals. They will play one of Algeria or Congo, who will face off tomorrow afternoon in that fixture, and that will finish off, or that will be the penultimate round of fixtures in this last 16, with the final set of fixtures being the game between Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso, who the winner of that will face Egypt in the quarterfinals. So let's have a real recap of where we are across the quarterfinals now. So on Friday, the first quarterfinals will be Mali against Senegal, and then you have Cameroon against Morocco taking place in the evening on Friday. Then on Saturday, the first game will be Egypt. They would play, as I mentioned, the winner between Burkina Faso and Ivory Coast. That takes place the first game on Saturday in the quarterfinals. And then the winner of today's game, which is most likely looking to be Nigeria, will take on Algeria or Congo after their games tomorrow. And we'll find out then. That will be the quarterfinal set. Then, as a reminder, semi-finals will take place on the 14th of January. So the semi-finals could be one of Mali, Senegal, or Egypt, and whoever comes through the game between Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso. And then the semi-finals on the other side of the draw could potentially be one of Cameroon, Morocco, Nigeria, as it stands, or Algeria or Congo. Then we have the third, fourth playoff. So for the bronze medal, that takes place on the 17th of January, which is a Saturday. Then on Sunday, the 18th of January, it all comes down to that final game in Rabat. Who will be crowned the champions of Africa once again? Let's see what happens through the rest of these next 2 weeks of football. Still a lot to play for. Cannot wait to see what happens. There could be some shocks. There could be some interesting situations. I mean, we're getting now to the latter stages, and there's a lot of big teams here. You know, we're going to have a semi-final, a quarter-final lineups of Mali, Senegal, Egypt, Cameroon, Morocco, maybe Ivory Coast or Burkina Faso, who are both big nations in this competition. Nigeria, maybe Congo or Algeria is big. So we're going to have a lot of high level games now moving forward should be very, very interesting. Big up to Joseph in here saying up Super Eagles, big at yourself, bro. Appreciate you for coming through. Make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribe button as well if you're new here on Pros Only Sports. Big up to Kendo as well. Nigeria going through instead of Mozambique is ideal. Hey, I'm gonna take it. I mean, I wasn't expecting Mozambique to come through. It was always going to be Nigeria. They're showing their dominance right now. They just need to see out the game, be professional, 45 minutes, and they're through to the quarterfinals. Big up to yourself, Kendo, for coming through. Don't think Mozambique is capable of beating a North African team. Yeah, man. I mean, they only got their first win at Afcon. I think this is their 12th game at the African Cup of Nations, and they only did that on 2 Sundays ago now against Gabon. In a game where they played really well. Was not expecting them to come through. I was expecting the game to be good, but they came through as 3-1 winners. So, yeah, it was maybe a step too far. But Kendo saying, as much as we want a Niger exit, hey, this is gonna be interesting. I mean, they play. Hey, I want Nigeria to go through and play Congo. I want the rematch of that playoff final that they had because Nigeria will be looking for revenge. Congo will be looking to repeat again. That's going to be a high level game. That's all I know. So let's see what happens there. Let's see what happens there. Let's see what happens there. But yeah, it's interesting. Let's see what happens there. Anyway, we are here. The next stage is happening soon. The next set of games is happening soon. Big up to everybody who's watching along, subscribing as well. We've had some good growth over the last couple of weeks of football. Should be more to happen over the next few weeks. But yeah, we are here. We are here. Let's see what happens. I think Nigeria will get a little bit more into this game and then they'll start to rest players, make some more changes. They've been that comfortable in the game so far. Mozambique, I don't know really what they have in terms of some weapons on the bench to try and bring some people into the game. Maybe Stanley Ratifo. I'm just trying to see who else they can bring on. Maybe Urban Urbal. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, it's let's see what happens. Honestly, I don't know what else Mozambique can do. They have substitutes warming up potentially to try and change things in their favor. They need a goal. That's at the very least. But yeah, we'll see what happens through the rest of this game. You can see the Nigerian fans in the stadium ready. Ready for the return of the players onto the field. Players returning from the tunnel. Players. Don't see the Mozambique players on the field. I think I've seen some substitutes warming up or like players that are just getting their warm up on the field of play. But we're about to return for the second half. We had a slight delay at the beginning of the game because the net on one of the goals was ripped and they needed to secure it with tape. So that's why we have a slight delay to return here. Big up to Drizzy saying Mozambique got lucky against Gabon. They thought they had arrived. I was like, that was a good game. I watched it. It was a great game of football for Mozambique. But their only win ever at Afcon, I mean, it kind of tells you everything you need to know. They have some level of quality in their team, but it's not going to be enough to beat this Nigerian side. It wasn't going to be enough. The draw that they got was always the toughest one that they could get. So, you know, and things could have been different if things went their way on match day 3, where at one point they were top of the group after they were leading against Cameroon and Gabon were beating Ivory Coast. It could have been so different, but unfortunately they had to get probably the hardest draw you could possibly get coming into this last 16 stage, and now they find themselves 2-0 down with a steep mountain to climb. Okay, so there's some changes coming. Kambala coming on. Man like CM in the building. What you saying,
Yes,
bro?
sir. I'm here, bro. I'm here. I'm good. How are you, man? How's the day been for you?
Yeah, it's been all right, man. Just working. Now back to
Yes,
doing
sir.
this. So we're ready, man. We're ready for the second half. That first game between Benin and Egypt was a bit mad. I can't lie. Towards the end, I was like, wait. Thought we were going
Egypt.
penalties.
Egypt turned up in the end, man. They
Mm,
got the two crucial goals, and I think Benin just didn't have it. I think you said it on the stream, like you didn't feel like Benin would have had enough energy to score in extra time. It had to go to penalties if they had a chance, and they couldn't quite get there.
yeah, losing a couple of your like main forwards like means that you're just they only scored one goal at the tournament prior to the goal that they scored in that game against Egypt. So you're not firing at all. So you're not
Mm.
gonna. I'm not expecting too much from them to be honest. But we restarted here in this game. Here's Iwobi on your Mechi. They're just toying with them. Like it is literally gonna be like this for the next 45 minutes. Unfortunately, Mozambique stepped too far for them. It's really about when Nigeria score next. To be honest, it's Calvin Bassey. It's a ball forward for
Oh,
Lookman.
oh, it's definitely over now.
It's over. It's over. Ottoman with a village. Let me refresh my feed, man. How come you're in front of me, bro?
Hey,
Yeah, it's definitely over now, man. It's over. It's over, right? What are we discussing now? Because the game's done. People
hey,
in the
I mean,
comments, let us know.
hey, you know, I mean, we got the Monclizzy coach gone, man. Monclizzy, man.
He's got.
Did you see the pics? The
Yeah, I
pics.
saw. I saw the pics, man. I saw them, man. Like,
Hey,
hey, I don't blame him, man. You getting a massive pay packet. Man got the wife on his arm. Like, he's chilling, man. He knows. Like,
hey.
he knew it was a mess when he walked in. Now he's getting paid. Oh, he'll take it every day because he's young. He can still get himself a bigger job. He just needs to go reset himself somewhere, get himself back
Yeah.
to his thing, and then he can get himself a good job again.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. We're back to square one again.
And I
knew it
know
was.
I wasn't expecting to see that, but hey, so soon at least. But hey,
Oh, yeah.
we move in it. We got Fletcher as an interim for a couple games, yeah.
Hey, Fletcher's at the wheel.
Yeah, hey, this moment's been in the works, bro. It's been coming for time.
I mean, yeah, they've been waiting for this. To be honest, he's been waiting for this opportunity, boy, because he's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
So Drizzy say I wake up to United good news. Wait, what? Why do you want Kudus to be injured, bro? What the hell is this? Yo, Kendo saying golfing quality. Yeah, man, it's like it's more than a golf, man. It's like you don't even know what's bigger than a golf. I have no idea, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than a golf. Man said if he plays his son, I'm done with him. But one of his sons already played. So what do you mean?
Haven't they both been on the bench? I think.
Yeah, like I mean,
It's gonna
that's
happen.
the reason. I think that's the reason why he's still at the club. To be honest with you, because his sons, like his sons, have progressed from the under 18s or progressed from the under 18s to the first team. Like so, he's there. Like and he was already playing his sons in the under 18s. So there's no difference. Big up to Super Nick. Good evening to yourself. Thank you for coming through. Juicy say Manu is back. Screw the manager. Hey. He's back in it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, he's injured right now, so I don't even know if he's going to play when he's going to be fit again. So, but yeah, let's see, man. Man said his son was trash against Wolves.
Bro, when he played, yeah, and I think it was the second time. Hey!
Oh! I'll say Samuel just shooting wide. Man said injured. I don't believe it. I mean, we ain't seen him for like 4 games, bro. So I don't know. Unless he's back at Burnley, like all of a sudden, then boy, I don't know. We can find out on Wednesday, or at least tomorrow when the press conference comes. Sorry, bro, I cut you off. What was you gonna say?
Oh no, when they started calling him Nepo babies, fam, I could not believe it. Hey, there's a shot. But yeah, that was crazy still.
He's got 2 sets of twins as well, by the way.
Hey.
He's got the 2 sons, and I think he's got 2 daughters as well, 2 younger daughters.
Say no more.
Who are twins too. Yeah. I think this might be Bruno's last year. It probably has to be, right? Like it probably has to be. Like if we're trying to rebuild, he's been there 6 years. It's time to move on if we want to rebuild the midfield and all of that type of stuff. Like plus you've kind of already replaced him in a sense though. if Cunha's playing in a 10, maybe Ahmad could play in a 10. I don't know. Eee. Nigeria free kick. Fletcher playing the long game. His sons were at City. That's what I'm saying. Like he's followed. Like he's been waiting for this. Now he's got to do what he needs to do in it. He needs to perform and then get the Ollie package. I'm telling you.
I saw Rio's tweet, and he had like a few candidates, yeah. And then at the end it was Fletcher if he does well. I'm like, have you not learned from your past mistakes, bro? This guy was on BT Sport slapping paper on the desk talking about give him anything he wants, bro. And look how it ended up. Ollie was in tears in his exit interview.
The funniest thing about it is that if we just given Ollie the players that he had identified, we'd be champions by now.
Well, that's another story for another day, innit?
The reason why I say that is because look at the way the league is played. Like, look, the big trend of the league right now is transitional play, back to how it was way back in those days, or the mid 2000s. That's how everyone's playing right now. And if we just stuck by it, we would be there right now. We'd be at the tabletop right now, especially if he got those players. But anyway, that's another story for another day, like you say. Like you say. Man said 4-2-1-3. We're back. Back to where? Where have we been? Where have we been though? Let's be real. Like, even with the formation, yeah, like it hasn't changed anything. One manager was playing the 4-3-3 and we failed. This manager played a 3 at the back and we failed. It's about players, if we're being totally honest. It's not about the managers. Like, we don't have enough quality. But there should be enough to at least qualify for Europe. Here's Onyemachi. That one I agree with. The manager's underperformed with the squad that he has at his disposal. Simple as that. And I didn't even want him in the first place because I knew he wasn't the right man to take the club forward. You can't put a man with 7-8 years experience as a coach in his life to now take this type of job. It's the silliest thing you could ever do. Ooh.
Hey, you see these goalkeepers here.
I'm not speaking on goalkeepers anymore because Diarra proved me wrong, bro. 2 saves in the penalty shootout. Coldest keeper ever.
Diarra did his thing, yeah. But the next day I saw Mpassi throw the ball ahead of him. I'd have to pick it up because he couldn't kick it.
Bro, Diarra, yeah. Diarra was funny, yeah, because he was like, they gave him the man of the match trophy, and then they wanted to interview him, and he said, no, don't talk, I'm tired.
I don't blame him, man.
Hey, Witty with the ball into the box and with Bali with the catch. Man said the midfield issue has been killing United's past managers. It's been killing everybody since Michael Carrick. Not even when Scholes retired and had to come back. That's where it was the problem. From there, we haven't been able to sign one that was quality enough that we could have had during this time. Because everyone points to Pogba, for example, right? But I like the truth. After 2 seasons, that guy went on a press tour with Adidas and said, "I'm looking for a new challenge." At that point, you let him go because he didn't want to be there. It's very clear. He had some promises. They didn't keep the promises. He said, "I want out." We should have let him go, and we didn't. So no matter how talented that guy is, right? I know for 3 of the seasons out of his 5, he was injured for most of them anyway. Hey, hey,
Oh, it's almost
hey,
four!
hey.
Look, man! Oh, he struck it wide.
I know people don't like the truth, but that's the truth, man. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. No matter how talented he's been in his career as a footballer, when he came to the club, the first 2 seasons, calm. The final 3 seasons, when all the madnesses was happening with his family and the hyenas and all of this type of stuff, he was injured, bro. He was just injured. And after 2 years, he wanted out. He did not love the club like you lot love him. That's all I'll say. And if you're all about the club, then certain players, you have to let go of your affinities, bro, because they don't care about us, innit? So Nigeria's still pressing forward though. Even with the 3-0 lead, they're being professional.
You're going for the jugular, man. Because I think even in scenarios like this, it's good to maintain that high level of intensity in your game just to prepare for the next fixture.
Look at this Ghana man sitting down there, man. What's he doing? Foolish guy. Nah, it's the president of the Ghanaian FA sitting there on the phone, bro. I'm like, bro, what are you doing there? Go back to Ghana, yeah, and go sort out some things, bro. Yeah, Drizzy saying Nigeria learn from the Tunisia game. Yeah, I
That's
think.
a lovely ball. Here they
Oh,
come
here's
again.
Lookman.
Lookman!
Oh,
Ooh.
still has it though. Still,
Oh,
ooh.
he tries to get into Osterman, and it's just cut out.
But these guys, these Mozambique guys, I like the way that they like try and play out and stuff. But like sometimes it's not needed, innit? Like because you're not the talent disparity. The talent disparity is very clear. Like you're not going to outplay them, so you have to try and disrupt them. You got to be physical. You got to go direct. Like you don't need to showcase that you can play to these Nigerians. They'll beat you every time. They're about to give us another substitution. Mozambique. Here's Akko Adams takes a shot.
Hey.
A lot of power on the shot. Chamito coming on for Witty. Don't know what that's going to do for them here, but Nigeria are in the quarterfinals. Awaiting. I'm hoping Congo win tomorrow so then we get the rematch. I'm hoping.
That would be a banger. I think they're favorites for that fixture, though. It's gonna be a tough
You
one.
think so? You think so?
I feel like, yeah, I'd say DR are favorites against
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Tomorrow's game, yeah.
Nigeria, it's a bit of a difficult
It's
one.
it's a difficult one, isn't it? It's a difficult one. Yeah, I think Congo are definitely favorites tomorrow. I agree with you, bro. It's up to Algeria because like that game that they played against Burkina Faso was it was tough for them. They struggled with the physicality and they were unable to they were lucky that Burkina Faso don't have much potency up front because if that was the case, it would have been at least a draw, at least. Drizzy saying that he likes this Cameroonian team. They are young. Yeah, man, they're fearless, man. Super fearless. They battle hard. And they fight for each other, man. It's good. But I think also the fact that, the coach has done a good job of like settling them down after some of the trouble that they had during the beginning of the tournament. Yes, but they're good. They're good. Kendall saying Iwobi definitely needs a big club. Now's the time. I mean, maybe he's happy
You
being
think
at Fulham.
that's what I'm saying. Like he's doing very well for them right now. I don't think it's a situation where like every player that necessarily plays well needs to take that jump up to a big club, because he was at Arsenal. Now, mind you, it was in the younger stages of his career, but it all depends, because then he can make that transfer and all of a sudden he's back to stage one, where you have to kind of build yourself up and you're in a position of like Eze, where he's not really having it easy, a lot of DMPs and and stuff like that, and on the bench, and people are wondering like what's going on.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. I agree. I don't think a big move really should be on his cards really right now. I think because you had an opportunity at Arsenal at a particular point in time, and very different circumstances. You were in a team that wasn't performing well, and a lot of people were blaming him. Like people were blaming him for why this club was where they were and stuff like that. Or like, then he leaves and he goes to Everton. That doesn't really work out for him, and then he's at Fulham. So I think he's just happy with where he's at in his career. He's achieved a lot. I don't know if he wants to be like a squad player, at this stage of his career on a big team fighting for some of the major honors. Like it's just the way it goes in sport, isn't it? Right? Like you can either end up being a star, you can end up being a supporting actor to the star, you can be a big fish in a small pond, like maybe Iwobi is. So it's like there's so many avenues for you in this game. So I guess he's happy with what he's got. I think he's content. He's a star for his country. That's one thing. He made that choice quite early on in his career, and I don't think he regrets it at all. He's approaching 100 caps for his nation. So yeah, Cameroon will be back for the 2030 World Cup. I think so, but like bro, African qualifiers, yeah. Oh, Suliani just parrying the ball away from the goal. Yeah, African qualifiers are a bit shaky. I can't lie. Ghana team is young and fearless, but I still know how to use them. I agree. The team is there. And then also we have more opportunities to get some players from diaspora, but we're not going to do it because we don't have anything to sell them. We don't have nothing to sell them, bruv. This is why people like Aiden Heaven, he hasn't played a game for England and probably won't in his career, can come out at 18 years old and say, nah, I'm not playing for them. I'm waiting for England. This is the reason why. Anyway, let me not speak, bro. Before you lot distract me again and we're doing Jojo Wallacott chat, bruv. Nah. Here's Osimhen into Lookman. If Wolby's going to take the corner.
Would he do the Ole V2 caretaker manager?
No, I'm good, man. He had his chance, bro. He had his chance, man.
Even
I
if
can't
it's
do
a thing
Oli
where it's
again.
like there's no follow up, there's no like permanent job.
Nah,
Just
I can't do
just
it.
run, just drive the bus in it. Be
I
at the
can't
wheel
do it, bro.
from now to the end of the season.
We all killed him. We killed him.
Hey,
Like we literally
yeah.
killed him. He has no future here. He has no future at the club. Like he's like I don't even know if he can even come back and be an ambassador anymore. I don't think he can. That's how bad it was. Like
Hey. Nah, was
it was bad, bro. Everybody, all of us, we were on him. Like to the we can't have him back.
That era is peak, man. Forget about it. Forget about it.
Yeah, we can't do it. We
Forget about
honestly
it.
can't. Like, we actually killed him, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we killed him. Bro, like, and the fact of the matter is that he still loves the club. I'm sure he still loves the club. He loves the fans, but boy, when I tell you the fans killed him, we're good. We're good. I think we need. I said it when Amarim was appointed. I was like, we made a big mistake. We should have just brought in Julian Nagelsmann. I know he's the current Germany coach, but if you're talking about this was the first opportunity for Manchester United to go for a younger manager, that's the only person that can go there with the level of experience, expertise, because he's been the Bayern coach so young. Germany national team. That's a pressurized situation in both cases. At Bayern, you're always expected to win the league, and they always want to win the Champions League or be in the latter stages. So you have that pressure that you have to be able to perform. For Germany, the Holy Grail, World Cup or and Euros, they need it. They haven't won one of these competitions in a long time. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why he's like the perfect candidate for me. And I have hope. The reason why is because of Christian Vivell, because they have a
Yeah.
relationship. Christopher Vivell, because of that. That's my.
Yeah. And
That's my hope.
apparently he's gonna be more involved in that front.
And the recruit, I'm telling you, like that is the move. If we don't go for him, if he's not the number one target, then I don't really care, to be honest with you, because you can't trust the hierarchy to make the right choice because they made such a poor choice this time.
A series of poor choices, bro. Because we're not even just speaking about the coach at this point. We're speaking about Dan Ashworth. We're speaking about Jason Wilcox, Barada, all these guys that have come in, and it's been up and down. Like the Dan Ashworth situation is still a joke to me. The fact that you basically went to war with Newcastle, the guy was brought on leave, you paid money to bring him in, and in less than half a year, he's gone.
Yeah, and the only reason why is because like it's all about ego in football, man. It's about ego and like, like I said this, bro. I was like, you're trying to endear yourself to the Ineos group because they've hired you to be Manchester United employees. So you're endearing yourself. So basically there was too many cooks in the kitchen. They were all battling to see who can endear themselves to the Ineos hierarchy. And basically they was like, well, all right, well, you don't agree with us. We're going to try and dime you out. And they got him out of there because he didn't agree with what they wanted to do. So, yeah, I mean, the only thing that is the saving grace is the recruitment. The recruitment has actually been really good under this this ownership or whatever you want to call it, right? This sporting direction, because you look at the young players that they've been bringing in, that is setting us up for the future. And in terms of what their plan is moving forward, like we have a lot of players that they brought in that are quite tactically flexible, I guess. So, we're going to shift to a 4-3-3, I guess, when Darren Fletcher takes his first game on Wednesday, and you're going to see the players fit into it very comfortably. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, to be honest with you, because like we've got some surefires in Cunha and Mbumo. You look at Heaven, it's a good signing for £1 million. It's not too bad, man. Like it's pretty decent. You look at Euro, he's having a bit of a tough time at Euro, but I think that's mainly because of the formation. It's really struggling. Like young players are struggling with understanding every single point within this system. It's too complicated for them, right? Dorgu, you can see what he has. It's just once again, you're putting him in positions that he should not be. So the recruitment has been good. I actually have nothing to say on the recruitment. It's the other things behind the scenes where I'm like, yeah, you guys are lost because you can't be bringing in managers that play one style, then don't recruit for the style.
It's true, man. Hey, Mark Skinner, yeah. If you go on the side, because this guy is a criminal, bro. He is a criminal.
They said Mark Skinner being the worst manager at Man United, order has been restored.
Bro.
Yo,
Eish.
funny as hell, man. Funny as hell. Aiden Heaven is about to hold bench at United like he's supposed to. Because once the real man come back, he's sitting back on the bench, bro. Like he's supposed to at 19 years old. He should not be playing every single game for United. So, Oli wasn't that good after that PSG game. I saw the signs he will struggle over here. I mean, we were all gassed. Stop lying. Stop lying, bro. After that game, you was like, Man United are back. I won't lie, I was there. I was in front in the living room doing this chest pump.
Listen. See the penalty go in, bro. Rashford slapping that penalty.
We was all on our feet. What kind of a comeback is that? Don't lie, man. Don't lie. We were there. They made a mistake, though, by giving him the 3-year deal after the West Ham game. That was the problem. You know what I'm saying? They should have just waited for the season to end, seen that we didn't make the Champions League, and then said, thank you. Thank you for your services. Move on. They didn't do that. I'm glad that they decided maybe to take their time and a point in the summer, because at least they'll give them time to align internally, because that was the issue the first time. They didn't align internally, and you have a sporting director having to be convinced about the manager that they've appointed, building a relationship that he didn't really want to be doing. And shout out to Indicalia, bruv. They got it right, you know.
Oh, yeah?
They did. No, they got it right. They said weeks ago. I saw the tweet. They was like, you saw it, innit? Where they were saying, they asked him to change this formation, and he was shocked. And then only some weeks ago, or last week, we heard this when he did the tweak. They asked him, why did you do the tweak? Oh, we've been trying to do some things. He changed it back to the three at the back against Wolves, and we draw the game. Then they ask him again, I don't want to talk about it. It's happened. Indicalia coming off the shift at KFC, giving us breaking news all the time.
Coming off the KFC. Nah, fam. Because listen, all I see nowadays. Hey!
Let's go. It's over. Hey, Aqua Adams. He's been toiling. That was a banger.
What a finish. Woo.
And it's over. I mean, it's been over. But it's 4-0 to Nigeria. They are looking like they're ready to lift this trophy.
The most emphatic round of 16 performance yet.
12 goals in the tournament so far for Nigeria. That's a strike.
Oh,
that was a strike.
You cannot argue with the goalkeeper getting beat at the near post because it's just the sheer power of the strike.
That was a dirty goal. And I think Eric Chelle will be very, very happy with his Nigerian team's performance. A lot of them deserve rest now. It's over. You can take them off. You can take them off. This ain't good. Mozambique turning into Botswana, Uganda. I think they always were them, bruv. I can't lie, bro. That game against Gabon was a one-off, bruv. They're gonna go exactly back to because you look at their team.
Game.
It was outrageous though. But you look at this Mozambique team. There's a lot of experienced players. There's at least 3 players I heard in this team that made their debut in 2010. So you can tell it tells you how old they are. So they're very experienced. I don't know what the next generation of Mozambique football looks like. So because a lot of the young players generally will end up playing for Portugal if they're good. So I don't know what the future looks like for their country in terms of African football. But they should be proud. They should be proud. They should be proud of getting their first win at Afcon and proud of getting to this stage of the competition, though. No, please, no, Ollie, please. We killed him. Like he can't come back. How can you cry at your exit interview? You can't come back after that. We killed him. Congo got lucky after Osimhen went out. You could say this. You could say this because there's always a threat in behind with Osimhen on the pitch. But look, I'm waiting for that tie. So please, Congo, don't let me down tomorrow. Get the win so we can get the rematch. That's all I want. The rematch in the quarters. But bro, what's gonna happen? Who's gonna be the new manager? Who do you want?
I don't even know who I want, bro. Not we have so many different managers.
Hey,
Oh, hey. They're asking for a handball, but I think
I
play
think
is just
that's
gonna
all.
continue. Yeah, we've had so many different managers at this point. I've lost interest, bro.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. It's so disillusioned. Like you're so disillusioned by all of this because you actually don't know what they can do.
Honestly,
Are we
like
are we cursed? Are we actually cursed? Like, is this gonna be 30 years of like Liverpool?
man, it might just be at this point, man. Because look how it's been over a decade now since our last league title. 13 years it will be this year.
Yeah. We're approaching the 15 mark. We're gonna be
Bro,
Arsenal soon.
in 2013, I was not 13 years old, bro. And it's almost 13 years. So what's going on? You're like, hey, we're cooked, man. There was a small window of hope when there potentially could have been a new owner where everything would have just been reset.
Mm,
But after that window closed, I just see darkness, man.
that window wasn't open, bro. You know this already. I've exposed
No,
the truth. I exposed
hey,
the truth,
hey,
bro. I
we
exposed
say,
the truth.
hey, Sheikh Yassim does not exist.
Who is Sheikh Jassim? And I slapped 4 photos on Twitter with from a Google search. 4 different people. You're telling me that man is real? Stop lying.
The guy in the Man U top.
There's a guy in the Man U top, some random shake over here, another random shake over there, another random shake over here, bro. Nah, man, that window was never open. It was Ineos or nothing. Oh no, and the Finnish guy that didn't have money, that always be talking, bro.
Nah, you know what's hilarious? Because it was him and there's another guy called Michael Knighton, and them man just end up trying to I remember at one point they came, it was like Ineos, let's join up. This, this, I was like, yeah, these guys don't have a chance, man.
Bruv. When they
Yeah.
say show me the money, yeah, and man, I'm not showing money, yeah, you're cooked. You're just cooked, man. Kendall saying DRC turn up tomorrow. They better, man. Do not freeze. Don't duck the smoke. It's Nigeria in the quarters. That's what you need. That's what we need. Why
This
are they
is it.
changing the keeper?
Huh?
They changed the keeper because he had some heavy knee
Mm.
strapping in the second half, but
Wilfred Ndidi. Oh, lovely. Just skips past it. And it's out. It's been all too easy for the Super Eagles tonight, man. Having it their own way. Passes through the middle. Like a hot knife through butter. Time and time again.
I can't lie, Kendall, you were right. This might be worse than Botswana and Uganda. They're on
But
the
this
same
is
level. Maybe worse. Yeah, worse. They're walking. It's no. They should be proud, but it's also shameful though. Not even any. You haven't even made me, scream, do anything.
nah,
Not even any. Not even
you've
any
done
hard
nothing,
tackle.
bro.
No
Nah,
hard tackle. No nothing.
listen to this, bro. Nigeria have had 20 shots.
That's a record. I'm sure that's a
Mozambique
record.
have had two.
Zero on
Two
target.
shots.
Zero on target.
Zero on target.
Yeah. That one I haven't seen. I haven't seen them do anything in the game at all to trouble with no Wabali at all. They should even change their goalkeeper too. Let Nigeria change their goalkeeper. That will give me life. Yeah, just
You
saying
thought,
East African football is cooked. Yeah,
uh,
it's kind of, it's kind of cooked. They're kind of cooked because Kenya didn't make it, Ethiopia didn't make it, so I don't know. They better turn up. They all better turn up to East Africans Afcon next year. They have to be there to represent. Otherwise, it's trouble. They got too much strength in depth, man. This Nigerian team. Look who's coming on now. On Yachu and Chukwueze. Too much going on there, man. It's a joke. We actually can't let them win this Afcon.
they,
Congo,
right now, it's looking peak. They might just,
they might do,
it's
man.
early days,
Congo, you
but
got to
they
show us
might
do
just
it.
do it.
Congo, you got to do something for me. Or Mali. I'll be back in Mali, bruv. Yeah, man. I have to.
Bro,
After
Marty.
what they did. Yeah, after what they did. Come on, man. 10 men.
That
Penalties.
was a good that was a good moment. But
Can't help
but
their nerve.
Marty, hey, you saw what
Oh, no,
Hannibal
no.
said, bro. Them man fell behind, innit? They're not worthy. This is a different conversation. When we put Marty up against these man, it'll be a
They'll
lot more
defend for their
respectable than
lives.
Mozambique. But hey, they will
Yeah, for
defend.
sure. I'm just saying. They got this. Look at the way Moses Simon shrugs off his opponents. Yeah, Kendo. Cameroon are Central Africa. Cameroon is Central Africa. I used to think West too, based on their location on the map, but you could say it's Central, similar to Congo too, Central Africa, really. Like, they're not West. Like, West is Nigeria, Benin, Burkina Faso, Ghana, Togo, Ivory Coast, Mali, Guinea, Cape Verde. That's West Africa. A lot of that is West. All the countries I just named is all West Africa. Um, but yeah, Cameroon no Central, Congo no Central, Rwanda Central, Burundi Central, Chad Central, Central African Republic Central. Um, yeah, So basically, Eastern South African countries, soccer football. Hey, they have to show out in the next one, man. We have to see more a different representation, though. We have to.
Let's see.
Is
The next
Wima
one's in 2027, right? So we got a year. We got a couple
year and a half?
years.
Year and a
Yeah,
half.
year and a half. About yeah.
Because it starts in June. This one, in
Okay.
27. Yeah, so it'll be a summertime one, which is nice. We don't get many of them.
Mm.
Um, and then 28, which also I think will also be in June, summertime one. So a year between them before we go to the 4-year calendar. I hope they reverse this decision though. I really do.
Yeah. Bruh. It's disappointing. That's what I'm gonna say, man. But based off of the way that football is heading, you could see it coming from a mile away.
Mm. Big up to everybody's watching right now. There's over 800 people watching live
Hey,
on X. On X. If you're there, subscribe. Come over to YouTube, subscribe to Pros Only Sports. Make sure you like the video though. Retweet that broadcast. Follow the account Pros Only Sports on X. Make sure you do it on Instagram and TikTok as well. Loads more African Cup of Nations content to come. Tomorrow, 2 more games. Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, and the big game between Congo and Algeria. And then we're into the quarterfinals. Friday, Saturday, 4 games across those 2 days. Semi-finals, Wednesday the 14th, 2 games. Third, fourth playoff, 17th of January, a game. And then the final on the 18th of January. Should be a very interesting few weeks left of football. 3 minutes of added time. Please end it so that we can eat.
why did they even add 3 minutes, bro? These men are dead and buried. All I've been seeing is Nigeria trying to run up the score. Just let Mozambique go home.
Yeah, man. They got beat down. African Nations League. They're gonna screw the West African teams. I mean, I think it helps. That will help it maybe get a bit more competitive in terms of qualifying for Afcon. I don't know. I don't know though. I don't know the reason for it. Yo, do not text whilst driving.
Allegedly, but still, don't do the
Don't do
allegedly.
it. Don't do it.
Don't.
Do not do it. Pull over and use your phone. Do not do that, bro. Please, I'm begging you. I don't beg nobody, bro, but I'm begging you. If you're doing that, don't do it, bro. It's not good. I appreciate the support always, but please don't do that. Here's the cross.
Oh!
What kind of save was this
Almost
from the keeper?
5.
What kind of save was this from the keeper, bro?
Yeah, I need to see this replay.
Bro, look at it. Look. He came out.
Hey! Oh! Look at the way.
What is this? What is this, man? I'm telling you, man, we're finished, bro. Diarra saved us, brother. We would have been set back. We would have been set back for 20 years.
If it wasn't for him, we would have been cooked, bro, because hopefully no more drama in it, bro. We're getting to the latter stage of this tournament. We're pushing forward.
What do you mean no drama? I need it.
Hey, listen, bro. We need goalkeepers to be pattern, man. Just represent the team.
It's not gonna be happening because you have Ipasi as the number 1. He's in the quarters, so
bro, you just can't stay quiet, man. Just leave him.
Finished. It's finished. Him, where Bali's going into the quarters. We know, no matter how good Nigeria is, yeah,
Disposal, bro.
they're one mistake away, yeah, from it being a problematic situation. Who else is in? I still don't trust Diarra, man.
You
Even
still
though
don't
he's got his
fraud
two,
watch, bro.
yeah, he's on
Bro,
fraud watch,
do
bro.
you remember this? Do you remember this? Diagonal jumping.
And that's it. The game is over. Nigeria through to the quarterfinals of the African Cup of Nations, awaiting the winner of tomorrow's game between Algeria and Congo. And it's 4-0. 2 goals from Osimhen, 1 from Lookman, and Akko Adams killing the game with a 4th later in this second half. What a performance from Nigeria from start to finish. Truly, truly dominant. They're marching on at the African Cup of Nations. Commiserations to Mozambique. They did well to get this far. First time in their history to reach the knockout stage of the African Cup of Nations and got their first win in the competition too. So they should be proud. On to the future. Maybe at the next African Cup of Nations, we will see. Bro, how you feeling after that, man?
Hey, it was I feel like the game was finished by the time I jumped on the watch along. I'm not gonna lie. It was yeah. I'm not gonna front and say it was a valiant effort, man. It was a classic footballing beatdown. And sometimes you gotta go through that. It's a part of the progression journey. So shout out to Mozambique, man. You continue to achieve big things at Afcon. Hopefully the next time, if there is a next time anytime soon, you're able to one up yourselves once again and see if you can advance potentially to a quarterfinal tie, which will be a big step. But who knows? You aim for those things as competitive athletes, man. But Nigeria, professional, aggressive until the very end. It very much so could have been 5, 6, 7. You know, things went their way. But yeah, a really good performance from them. Ademola Lookman continues to thrive. Oshiman starting to score goals now for this Nigerian side of Afcon. So that's a positive because they're gonna need his goals. They're gonna need Lookman's creativity and his goals as well. Alex Iwobi's passing and his ability to play the ball forward and continue to do so. Obviously, Akko Adams getting a goal as well today. So they've got so much threat on the bench, in the starting 11, and that gives them a massive advantage against any team in this competition because that means you can literally just swap out certain players for specific fixtures depending on what you're looking for and what you need. So right now, it's the best performance so far in the knockouts, and yeah, man, congratulations, they advanced.
Yeah, I mean, Kendo saying you can't slander these Perry, which is a bit crazy. But yeah, I mean, Nigeria, you mentioned it, bro. Professional. That's the only way they needed to operate, man. After the little scare that they had against Tunisia after going 3-0 up, they need to make sure that they didn't do that again and lose concentration. It's kind of similar to what Egypt did after getting their lead in their game against Benin, which made it a bit scary towards the end before they was able to pull away. As I mentioned, winner of this tie potentially faces off against Algeria and or Congo. That's going to be the first real big test, and we'll actually see what this team is actually made of in the quarterfinals, which will take place on Saturday. So we'll see who they end up getting. But we're back tomorrow. As I mentioned, 2 more games. The final 2 games of the last 16. So we know who goes into the quarterfinals. It is Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso at 7 p.m. UK time, and then the big game at 4 p.m. UK time, Algeria, Congo. I cannot wait for that fixture. That's going to be really good. Let's hope for a good game. People, thank you for joining us on Pros Only Sport. Everybody in the comments, big up yourself for coming through. We appreciate the comments. They keep it live. The conversation is amazing every single time. If you're on X right now, big up yourself. Thank you for watching. Make sure you follow the account Pros Only Sports on X. Also, make sure you follow on TikTok and Instagram as well. And over here on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the notification bell. Make sure you also follow CM22ET on X, on TikTok, and subscribe to his channel on YouTube. Okay, we did the stuff that we need to do. We are out, people. See you tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.